After 18 months and about 25,000 miles, I'm ready for a cabin air filter replacement. I decided to go with the Tesla filters because they really are pretty good filters and they're a reasonable price. They appear to have activated carbon and they're pretty substantial, pretty strong. They're a lot better than your average air filter that I've changed in cars before. Now, you can spend less, and they have filters on Amazon for around $20. And I thought about trying that, but my service center was pretty easy to get these, so I just went ahead with these. But if you live far from your service center or they don't have them available, by all means, get some activated charcoal ones on Amazon. They're probably pretty good too. And I also thought about the quote-unquote HEPA filters that are available now. And just after looking into them a little bit more, I decided I just wasn't ready to spend $100 on that yet. They make some claims about being HEPA but not ever being tested to those standards that I just don't really find genuine. And also that they're HEPA filters but they don't affect the airflow. If you know anything about HEPA filters, they affect the airflow. And that's why the Model S and X have giant air filters compared to other cars. Because it just takes a lot more surface area when you are filtering that much. So getting just a replacement air filter and thinking that it's really HEPA, it's probably not. So Tesla it is. And I also am going to do the evaporator cleaning with this DW2 Clean Air. There's another brand that's definitely really popular right now, and it's kind of hard to find. And it's a little bit less expensive than this one, but I really like that this one is unscented. So we'll give it a shot and get to it. First thing, we need to drop this panel out underneath the passenger side of the dashboard. So I'm going to use one of my plastic removal tools here to start working on these little push connectors. And they just kind of reach in there, get them started, and then slide them down like that to unlock. Then I'll just go ahead and pull them out. Ooh. So once you have this piece dropped down, you want to remove the connector from the light and also from what looks like a speaker over here. And then we'll get that out of the way. Right, next I'm going to go ahead and just remove these floor mats. Now we want to remove this carpet from the side of the footwell. It's just kind of in here with clips. So just grab it, pop it out. Now what we're trying to get to here is right up in here, behind that orange wire it looks like. So just kind move it up out of the way. There's a screw that we want to remove. It's a Torx 20. So once you're on the screw, just gonna kind of work it out. Right. So now take that cover off. Now you can see air filter, and it has these little tabs that you're going to use to pull it out. There it is. And notice the yellow is facing towards the back of the car. And there's a second one. I'm going to use that to pull up and again out. If I check out the filters here, they're definitely pretty dirty. Have a lot of seeds and leaves and stuff kind of from outside down here. And you can definitely see some dirty streaks in them. Compared to a new filter, you can see the new one's a lot wider. So it was definitely time, if not past due. Now for the cleaning, I have a little hose here that comes with this kit, and we have a little end piece with a hole on one side. So I'm going to try to line that up so that hole is facing this way. So we will run this around down in there while we spray. And it says make sure you shake this really well. Alright, foamed it up pretty well in there. So here we are 15 minutes later. Started seeing some moisture running from underneath the car. And that's that foam as it breaks down and runs out the normal drain line. So that means it's time to put the cover back on and run the air. So we'll push any of that foam that's left through the evaporator and out the drain. Cover on, air on. And we'll go ahead and take it off of auto and run the fan at full speed. And we'll do this for another 5 minutes. Now we just pull the cover back off and install our new filters. You want to make sure for the bottom filter you again have the yellow facing towards the back of the car, and there's a little tab. You want to make sure that tab goes to the top so you can pull it back out later. Same thing with the top one. Tab goes to the top. Get her up in there. Alright, just like that. So now that tab's going to fold up, and this one down, out of the way. And then put our cover back on. Okay. Now it looks like I need to screw. Use the little ratchet again. Alright, just need to get this back in place. Looks like that goes on there. And that piece goes on there. That's all back where it should go. So now we just reassemble. So while the carpet piece over here goes on pretty easily, you just line all the tabs up and push them on. For this piece, you want to make sure that you get your connectors on the light and on the speaker here. And then these pieces, there and there, fit on two pieces up here. See right there. And right here. So you're going to need to lift up and push it back. And it's a little tricky to get it. So I have that one. Let's see, get that one. Alright, I think I'm in there. And the last step, just the push connectors. You want to install these with them open like this. Push it up into the hole and then lock it. That's there. So overall, not too terrible. It is more difficult than other cars I've done, especially getting to that top screw to be able to pull the air filter cover off. It took me about 40 minutes in total, and that was with 15 minutes of waiting for the phone, and then another 5 minutes after that of just running the air. So maybe 20 minutes worth of work to do the filter change and the evaporator clean. And that may be more than you want to do. You'd rather just pay the service center to do it, and they totally will. This DWD2 Clean Air, I mean, it seems to have worked. It definitely has gotten rid of that musty smell, but it is not totally scentless. It kind of smells like carpet cleaner, and it was stronger at first, and it's kind of gone away as the air has run, and I'm sure it will continue. So don't really know how it compares with other brands out there, but I'm satisfied with this one. So I hope this is helpful, and thanks for watching.